All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me here on the Bush Report Live and on my personal page, Adam C. Brooks. Listen, this is my last update, I believe, for the night, unless there's breaking news, but I wanted to bring you this. I had an opportunity to sit down with Officer Haley Morrow with Beaumont PD. She is the Public Information Officer, and she's always really good about sending out tips and all these other things that she does. So I wanted to bring you that recording, but before I do, I did want to mention that I have a post out there about what businesses are open and what businesses are closed. So if you go to my personal page, Adam C. Brooks, you will see that post and you can check. There's already tons of business. I think I posted it to a couple of groups. I know Southeast Texas Restaurant Review has it. I believe All About Lumberton, it's on there. But try to keep all those businesses listed on that same thread so that way we can keep up with it and know what our options are tomorrow when this comes through. Now, we are recommending that you do not, I mean, I know not me, but everybody is recommending that you don't get out unless you have to. And so, but if you do need to get out or if you do want to venture out, do it safely and be sure to you can follow that thread to see what your options are for that. So be sure and check that out. Now, let me bring you that recording that we just did with Officer Haley Morrow with Beaumont PD. Here it is. And then I'll come back on air and tell you guys what else we have coming up for the rest for tomorrow. Thank you guys. Here it is. All right. So we're live with Officer Haley Morrow with Beaumont PD. And Haley, thank you so much for joining us. I believe this is the first time we've ever done an interview together.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Sure. So I know that you have been called to get comfortable up at the station. Why don't you tell me what's going on there?
Yeah, so the city of Beaumont has activated our Emergency Operations Center to a level 3 activation, which is basically the lowest level of activation, I guess you could say, as far as extreme need goes. But it is an activation because, of course, this winter storm that we're going to get is something that we're not used to, something that, our citizens aren't used to driving in. So we just want to be prepared.
Sure. So, and I was looking, you're really good. I don't know if, go follow Haley if you guys aren't already, because you're really good about putting out safety tips, information, what's happening as it's happening. But let's go over some of those safety tips that you put out earlier.
Sure. So today we're really just working on general messaging. Of course, the weather isn't quite here yet as far as the storm goes. Now the cold temperatures are here. So with that comes, we always like to say the 3 Ps. So people, pets, and plants. Take measures to protect those things. Of course, we have a little bit of time left before the weather truly starts hitting here. So we're encouraging people to go out, make sure they have those last minute essentials, be prepared for a potential power outage. Be prepared for maybe a couple of days of not traveling. If you can manage that, we want to encourage people to stay home if they don't have to get off on the roads, because it is going to be dangerous driving conditions once that snow starts falling.
Greg Boswick came on the show last night, and he was talking about this black ice that forms. And I know I saw Tech Stock crews out putting out that chemical in Beaumont earlier. But if I know you're really good about keeping us updated with road closures and stuff like that, what are kind of like the main areas that you guys usually focus on when we know we're going to get some of those freezing temperatures like that?
Well, TxDOT has done wonderful. They have hit the major thoroughfares and put that mixture out on the roadways to hopefully prevent it icing over. But we do know that overpasses and bridges obviously are the first ones to freeze because they're elevated so that cold air can get underneath them. What we do want to make sure that all of the public knows is please do not call 911 or police dispatch to try to find out roadway conditions. Our dispatchers are always going to be inundated with calls as it is, but they're not going to know any type of road closure. So we really want you to follow local media, follow the Beaumont Police page, follow my page. If we have to do any type of closure, we will certainly push that out to the media as soon as we know it's going to happen. We encourage people who absolutely have to travel. I mean, we know there are some professions where, you have to go to work no matter what. Leave in plenty of time to get there at your scheduled time. If you have the ability to use service roads and other roadways, maybe not the freeway, do that, but just use caution. Slow down. Don't use cruise control. If you find yourself starting to spin or go into a skid, you want to just really controlled let off of the accelerator. Don't hit the brakes and steer into the spin. So if your back tires start swinging to the right, then you want to steer into the right. So that will help you kind of control into and slow down. Yeah.
Wow, I learned something new today. That's good info right there.
Yeah. So just be cautious. If you don't have to leave, this is a great time to cuddle up on the couch and have the heat on, watch a movie. Of course, we want to see all those snow pictures, but as many people that don't have to get on the roadways, it's better because our first responders are still going to have to answer their normal calls for service. Just because all of the, businesses are shutting down and there's a city closure, we still get calls to 911 for all of our normal things. So we want to make sure that our first responders are safe. And we've all seen that once a crash happens on the freeway, especially when it involves ice, then we see a series of crashes happening after that. So it's extremely dangerous. If you do find yourself involved in a crash, if you're able to steer it off of the roadway onto the service road or into a private parking lot, that's great. Don't get out of your vehicle on the road, like on the freeway. That's extremely dangerous.
Good points. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully, this is not the last time that you come on our show. Hopefully, we can do this more often. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this, and I know the viewers appreciate it as well. So thank you, Officer Haley.
Yeah, I just want to remind people to follow vetted sources. We get a lot of rumor issues whenever something like this is going on. So we appreciate you, Adam, for always sharing great information, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
All right. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Officer Haley. All right, guys. So that was it from Officer Haley Morrow, who joined me earlier today. And I just wanted to bring that to you because they're all great tips and good things like what she was talking about driving. If you have to get out and drive, hopefully you don't. But if you have to, you definitely want to, use extreme caution and slow down. Don't go the speed limit during this type of weather. We do expect black ice to be formed on the roadways, even though they're doing everything they can, every preventative measure that they can think of. Some things are just unavoidable. So, hey, tomorrow, stay tuned. I've got my drone charged. We're going to be going up, doing drone shots. We're going to be doing all kinds of things tomorrow, all kinds of interviews, keeping you posted on what's open, what's closed, road closures, bridge closures, all that stuff. So stay tuned to the Brooks Report Live, if you will. Share this with your neighborhood groups. Invite your friends to like us and follow us. We really would appreciate it. You can go to the page. You can go to the three dots. You can hit invite friends. Then you can hit select all and then send invites, and it invites all your friends all at one time. We would appreciate that. Thank you guys for joining us. If there's breaking news, I will come back on. But until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching.